Okay, alright. Thanks, Matt. Bye. Sorry, Z, meet ka muna. Hello, kamusta ka mo? Hi guys. Okay, so I'm just dealing with some technical issues on my side. I'm not really sure if this is broadcasting. Let me just double check that. Okay, so before anything else, hi, this is Victoria. So this will be my first episode for Makeupmustahan, hashtag Makeupmustahan. Makeupmustahan is all about doing makeup, of course, but this is also going to be live with some of my special guests. These are friends of mine, and they have their own personal advocacies, which I admire so much, and I want to share it to you guys, just so that you would know some eye-opening things from my friends. So let's start. So in Okay, so sorry. I'm going to introduce my guest. She is Miss Zara Carbonell. She is the owner of the social startup.co, and she's a good friend of mine, and she's been helping me out with Viktoria as well. So without further ado, here is Miss Zara Carbonell. Hi, Z.
Hi everyone. Hi Victoria. I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Sure. My pleasure. So live tayo ngayon, so medyo magtatagalog po tayo.
Okay, let's get it.
Dugo yung ilong. Dudugo yung ilong ko dito. Okay.
Tingnan natin
Just
sa Tagalog English lang
pwede man ta mag-ilonggo. Kaya hindi ka man sa ilonggo, di ba la? O kung hindi, gidi ha? I'm kidding. Okay. So, as you can all see, grabe, ang fresh. Why? Why are you so fresh? Grabe, wala pa pong makeup yan ah. She is not wearing any makeup at all. So, we're gonna start.
Okay, paano ba? Paano bang makeup mustahan?
Okay. Sorry. I was just looking at the comments. Sorry guys if it's lagging. Naglalag daw. I'm not sure.
That's normal when you project it from one space to the next.
Talaga? Oh my God. Okay. Expert ka na talaga dito sa live, ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so if you surfing, guys, by the way, we do have a pet. Her name is Picha. You will meet her inevitably in just a bit.
Ah, sorry.
Lalabas ka ba ng pet? Oh.
Sorry. May pumasok ng studio ko. Wait lang, sorry. Okay. Oh my God. Stress first live. Nakaka-stress siya, guys. Okay, let's start. So, magpa-primer muna ako. Alam mo na gagawin mo. Okay. So, Z, what's your personal advocacy?
So, habang nagpa-primer ba? Dapat ba
Habang
multitasking?
Ano ba to? May kasamang tutorial ba to?
Yes, guys. So, unlike Victoria, ano po tayo? I like more drugstore makeup.
Uy, grabe. Nagda-drugstore ako, ha?
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
God.
that's just a inside joke, guys. By the way, dahil once upon a time, a friend of ours. Anyway, was teasing her. She goes to like the drugstore makeup. Ayan, never ka nakalimutan. So my ad focus. Is self-awareness. So it's something that I have been working with since 2015, and I would say it really has been the factor that has really catapulted my life forward in
Yeah.
all aspects, like from my career to my education to my relationships. Lahat
Yeah.
talaga. I feel like it's changed my life so much, but I just want to share what it means to be a master of yourself to everyone. So yeah.
Sorry, what was that? Sorry, naano ako sa lagging ng video. Oh my God.
Okay.
A master of
Yourself, yes. So self-awareness, self-mastery, that is my advocacy.
yeah. So what does anong ginagawa? Like how do you become self-aware?
Well, it has a lot of tiers, no? Syempre, once we start scratching the surface of dami mong surface. Teka lang, guys.
Maraming surface.
Diba? Getting to know yourself, it starts with the more superficial things, you know. It's how do you prefer to do things? Do you like waking up early? Are you more of a night person? Do you like working with music or without? Very shallow things. That's where it begins. Because it's a relationship with yourself. And just like
Okay.
any relationship, you don't naman get married on the first date, diba?
Yeah, that's true.
Diba? Alayin naman tayong lahat dun, diba, guys?
So when did you realize that this is your personal advocacy?
Okay. So it all started, don't want to give this, anyway, never mind. It all started actually in 2015. I was in a pretty long relationship, I would say. And you know how when you're younger and you are in a relationship with someone, you kind of lose yourself in the process because
Yeah. We've all been there.
right.
Yeah.
And so I was going through that. I was just about to graduate from university, and I realized I had no idea who I was without this other person. That there were times I wasn't even sure if I wanted to stay because I wanted to stay, or I wanted to stay because it was convenient, or I just wanted to stay because I didn't want to be alone. It was quite confusing at that point, and so
So it was like a toxic relationship, right?
Well, I guess relationships when you're younger has a certain level of toxicity, yes, because you don't know yourself as much as you would when you are older and a bit more self-aware. So sure. But I wouldn't say naman he's evil. No naman. It's just timing and youth, if you will.
Yeah.
So I flew to Paris for 2 weeks. Kasi nga,
What? Sorry, you were in Paris?
I flew to Paris for 2 weeks because I really wanted to figure out. It had been there at the back of my head for months.
Yeah.
And I didn't know was I just in a phase? Is it the right thing to do?
Yeah.
Am I just an Aquarius who just wants to get rid of everything when things are uncertain. Alam mo yun?
Yeah.
So I have to be fair because I can't just make a decision out of whatever I was feeling at the moment.
Yeah.
Kasi there are people involved, diba? So
That's true.
So I need to clear my mind, take a few steps back. And so I left for a bit. And when I came back, long story short, I realized that I didn't know who I was on my own without anyone else's opinion or without my partner at that time.
So when did you realize?
After the breakup. So specific, January 8, 2015.
Wow, grabe. Alam na alam. Yung specific date.
My flight home from Paris. That's what I remember. So, sobrang...
When was this? Sorry,
sure
2018? Sorry?
2015?
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Oh,
so,
guys.
Sobrang sure na.
By the way, Miss Z, I don't know if you want everyone to know this, but Miss Z, Miss Zara Carbonell, is Miss Tourism Worldwide 2018. Oh, diba? 2018 tama, diba?
Yes, correct.
Ano ba mga title mo, te?
Ano ba? Wala naman. Miss Teen tayo na university. 2012 says,
we
Miss
are in the
World.
presence of a beauty queen, everyone. Yes. Oh, diba?
No, but so yun, that's how I discovered it. And then the journey to yourself is really intriguing that once you start trekking that path, it's so hard to look back.
I think, yung self-awareness. So yan pala yung description of self-awareness. Because I'm pretty sure I've been in the same situation just like you. I've also been like in a long-term relationship. Parang it was toxic. It was really toxic. And then what happened ba? Parang I felt like I lost myself during the relationship. Yung parang you want to grow. You want to grow as a person. You want to grow you just want to be you. Parang yung full potential mo was not wala siya dyan. Yung full, kumbaga, your partner is not on the same level as you are. So parang during that time, maybe I was self-aware because I was asking for more. I wanted more from myself, not really the relationship, but it's more of like I wanted my own friends. Yung parang ganon. Parang I don't want my life to be controlled, but that's what happened.
The relationship on its own was inherently toxic, or it was the situation that you guys were younger?
Parang hindi. It was really, hindi na kami younger nun eh. I was like, ano na ba, 20, 21. So, hindi na ako young nun. Young pa ba yun? Oo, young pa yun. But then...
Pati yung mga 29 young yan eh. Ano lang?
Well, I'm proud of my age, so I don't care. Ano nga tawag doon? Yeah, so, sorry, wait lang.
May comment ka bang mababasa?
Hindi, kasi yung tumutulong sa atin sa live. Hindi ako naka-live sa IG.
So, ano gagawin?
Hindi, close ko muna yung... hindi, okay lang. Go lang.
IGTV na lang natin siya later. I-download natin siya.
Pwede ba yun? Oh my God. Hindi ko alam. Okay, anyway. Mabagal kasi yung ko, naglalag daw, sabi ng mga peeps. Hello, everyone! Okay. Hi, sorry, mag-hi lang ako to everyone. Hello, everyone. If my video is lagging, I'm so sorry. Tawagan ko si PLDT bukas. Magrereklamo ako. Hindi, joke lang. Ang lakas kaya ng internet ko, tapos biglang ano siya ngayon, mag-eewan siya. Well, sorry, where were we?
Yeah, discovered, Victoria, is that kahit ang upload and download mo are high, if your latency or your ping rate
um,
is fluctuating, ganyan talaga. And dahil there are three platforms involved, so nagbabato siya, nagme-mirror siya from one platform to the next one. So, syempre naman, speed of sound and speed of light, guys. Alam na po natin.
Oh my God, Education 101, live streaming. FYI everyone, mahirap po mag-live stream. Marami pong pasikot-sikot at technical issues. Oh my God, hindi lang po siya one click. Ang dami po. Ay, nako, grabe. Internet. Okay. So where was I? Okay, so the self-awareness. I really get where you're coming from, because my self-awareness came maybe at the end, almost at the end of the relationship, but so I'm pretty sure that yung para bang I wanted to explore, soul search, kumbaga, on my own. Parang ganon. So I was hungry for adventure. I was hungry for meeting new people, because I felt like in the relationship I was so choked to the point that I can't even I can't see my own friends. Yung para bang kailangan kong magpaalam sa kanya, kailangan kong sabihin sa kanya, uy, nakauwi na ako, uy, papunta na ako dyan. Yung parang lahat ng gagawin mo. So it was so toxic that I can't even, parang feeling ko, yung nafe-feel ko is mali. Yung parang, I'm self-blaming, kumbaga.
Yeah. Okay, yes. Yeah, I mean, with self-awareness rin kasi, sometimes you really need a trigger to kind of push you out the door and tell you that there's something that there's a void, basically, and that void cannot be filled with just something external. Alam mo yun?
True.
Like, kunwari, yung boyfriend mo yun, kabalitan mo ng bago, walang mangyayari, says, andyan pa rin si boy. So there are things you have to figure out on your own.
Yeah,
and I guess,
true.
Contrary to your experience, mine wasn't, like I said, the level of toxicity came because we were younger, not because he was a bad guy or he was a controlling partner. It was more of, it had nothing to do with him. And that was a sad fact. Nah, he was a good partner. It's just, I needed time to be myself and not someone else's girlfriend first.
Oh,
like, I didn't,
Yeah, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I wanted to go out on adventures. I wanted to be myself, but I wanted to go out and explore and start dating other people. Yes, it wasn't because I was looking for people's attention. It was more of, to be a partner, you have to commit 100% of yourself in that relationship to make it work.
I have something to add. And I really think this is very important in all relationships, is that before you go into a relationship, you need to love yourself first. You need to love yourself 100%. It's not like you make me whole, or you make me 100. It's not supposed to be like that. You need to feel 100 before you get into a relationship. Because if you're not 100, it's also unfair for the both of you. Like, you're expecting the other person to fill your gaps, to fill your, for example, you're just 50% and you're expecting your partner to be 50% of you. And that's so much pressure on your partner Because if they do something bad, or I mean, not really bad, if they do something that is not in your expectations, yung para bang,
May resentment ka na nabibuild.
oo. So parang unfair din yun sa partner mo. If you're gonna expect your partner to fill you 100, you know?
Yeah.
So you be happy on your own. Like, kumbaga, you don't need anyone to make you feel whole. You don't need anyone to make you feel 100. You gotta be 100 first before you get into a relationship. So
it
that
takes two independent individuals to actually make a relationship.
Exactly.
So,
Two independent individuals. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm so
Okay
sorry,
lang. Oh, okay lang. So if you guys don't know, Victoria is my second name. She knows me by my first name. So it's fine, girl. It's fine.
But what was I gonna say? Okay. So yeah, you know how they always say you complete me or you make me whole or whatever. Not true. Because like we mentioned, right, it takes two independent individuals to make a relationship work. But also because your job is never to make anyone else happy. Like when someone tells you make me happy, that is scary because happiness is a task you accomplish on your own. That should never be put on someone else. If someone adds happiness, great and thank you, but you can't blame someone else for how you feel because literally your emotions are the way you respond or react to situations based on how well you know yourself, which is why I always advocate for self-awareness. Because even if you are put in the crappiest situation, if you know yourself enough, then you know how to navigate through it. Not necessarily overcome it, because wala namang magic, diba? I'm not overcoming it, but at least hold your fort down to figure out what the next action steps are. Or get some clarity to know, na, okay, this is what I need. Like, how do you ask if you don't know what you need? Diba?
Exactly.
How do you come in a relationship and say, okay, this is how I prefer this partnership to go, if you have no idea what you prefer.
Yeah.
So
you're going into a relationship blindly and expecting to be happy when in fact that's really unfair for the both of you.
And that's why a lot of relationships also, especially when you're younger, it doesn't work out because you're still stuck in that mindset that when you enter a relationship, there are milestones to hit and you don't communicate. You kind of just leave hoops for your partner to jump through without explaining to them, by the way, there's a ball of fire here. I'm expecting you to jump over. Pero secret lang.
To save me. Parang ganon. You need to save me.
Kind of partner deliberately traps their partner and
hopes. Oy, tama. Okay yung word na yan, traps. Para talaga siyang entrapment. Oo. True. True lalu.
So yeah, parang self-awareness yun in relationships.
So that's how you became self-aware. But aside from relationships, when are the times in your life that you became self-aware or is also relatable?
Right. You know how you can practice self-awareness or how you can get to know yourself better is really by trying or putting yourself in different situations. Syempre, this isn't too applicable now since COVID, but after that breakup, I actually traveled the world for 5 years. I was just going back and forth to different countries, going into hostels, going through walking tours, really meeting people. I was traveling a lot. And, you know, in the beginning, it was really scary because I'm a girl. I was young. I was a fresh grad. I was very realistic. Alam mo yun, there are a lot of like taken that really can be scary. Yeah. But when you go out there and put yourself in situations that are more uncomfortable, you understand what triggers you. You see where your boundaries are. You see what you're willing to work around or how you're willing to respond to these things. Because you really have to experience it for you to know it. For you
Yeah,
to
that's
know
true.
that I'm going to do this again, or okay, this is something that is okay in my life. This is something that I want more of. You can't know yourself if you haven't tried to get to
Exactly.
know things about you.
Yeah. I agree. Um, pero like for example, what advice can you give to people na yung para bang they can't be happy without a partner?
Right. Yeah.
Do you have an advice
Um,
for that?
I actually I know some people who are like that.
Me
Um,
too.
let's just keep it at that. Anyway, I would say, first is get to the point of awareness that you actually can identify that you are the type of person who can't be with anyone, who can't be without anyone,
Yeah,
who
so you
always
need to
has.
identify that first. Yeah, true.
And once you have come to admitting to yourself that you have that, understand why. Because a
Yeah.
lot of our adult concerns are actually brought about by our childhood. And we don't know it. Sometimes we're not even brave enough to face it, or we are not aware
Ay,
that it's happening.
oo. Oo. Parang unconscious siya, no?
A lot of that is pwedeng baka na-neglect ka nung bata ka, or feeling
Yeah.
mo you're not as loved or not as full
Yeah.
because of. So these are things that you really have to work through. Kasi
Yeah.
it's
Observation.
it's
Yeah.
also possible that the same people who are always craving to be with someone are often fighting to resolve the same kind of conflicts in that relationship. Kasi these issues are raising until you face it head on.
True.
So that would be the second part. And the third part is create steps that is viable for you. So I'm not saying break up with your partner. What I'm saying
Yeah.
is the same issue showing up in my current relationship, and what can I do today to address that?
That's
How
true.
do I prevent this relationship? Like, if I really want this to work, how do I prevent it from going down the drain just because of my unconscious habits? Alam mo yun? Because
Yeah.
I'm sure you and I have also been through that and have been the person na hindi aware sa mga
Oo
drama
naman. Oo.
that brought because of things from her past. And for example, like after those relationships and in my relationship now, I'm more aware that okay, sometimes I get triggered by this, and so I'm able to
Yeah.
communicate with them.
You know, I have something to add. I think one solution is to take a step back. To take a step back um, from your comfort zone. Or step back or get out of your comfort zone. Because that's the only way that you can reinvent yourself. Or, tawag dito? Z, are you still there?
I'm listening.
Oh, yeah.
I
sorry.
see.
Yeah, so parang you need to take a step back in order for you to see you. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, so take for example a mosaic. When you zoom in a mosaic, you see, sabihin natin you just see an apple. Just an example. But when you take a step back, you see not just an apple, but like all the different fruits out there, right? So, sorry. I can't really give an example na medyo, oh my God, spot on. But anyway, so it's like you can never know yourself unless you get out of that comfort zone and explore and get to know yourself more. Tama ba? Am I making sense?
You have secret. Not secret talaga. No, because okay. So I really have taken self-awareness so seriously that I have partnered with Tech Ed, LGUs, and some edtech companies, right, to kind of bolster self-awareness to a lot of Filipino communities and the more rural areas. And what I
Okay.
often tell is that take a look at all the relationships around you, whether it's your family, your friends, your special someone, and see how healthy those relationships are. I say this because the relationships that you have around you is a direct reflection of the relationships you have with yourself. So if you're always
That's good. Yeah.
you're often in conflicts with your partner or with your family members or with your siblings or your friends, then that means there's something within you that you haven't resolved, that you may be projecting.
Unresolved. Yeah, exactly. Those are unresolved issues talaga. Yeah.
So yun.
That's true. And, pero in that kind of context, it takes two people. It's not just the person who has unresolved issues, but it also takes the other people to listen, kumbaga. Kasi unresolved issues naman are, it's unresolved for a reason. It's unresolved because you weren't able to get an answer, or you weren't being heard, kumbaga. Parang no one's listening to you. Parang punta dito, pasok dito, labas doon. It seems like that. So it's really confrontational yung mga ganong bagay. But that's good. But yeah, for me, it's really confrontational yung mga ganyan. But for you, what do you think is your, like, how do you confront it?
Okay, so I don't know. This is interesting that you say that, because I believe in the opposite. I actually think that how you feel has nothing to do with anyone else. It's literally a reflection of how you feel about yourself. So, for example, when you break up with someone, some people say that I have to confront my ex one last time and ask my questions and get my ass.
Yeah. That one I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah.
I think there are some confrontations that don't need an answer.
Yeah.
Because
parang it's useless Yun na nga it's useless
And indecision is a decision. They chose not to give you that answer.
Exactly.
Or kunwari, in your family, I know in the Philippines, like, it's way harder because our culture with family is super tight knit, and that we're all for respect, we're all for treating the elders right, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's some level of toxicity in there, because you have to shut down what you actually think or what is good for you just to favor what's better or what's good for some people in your family. And I feel like this is where my point comes in, na parang sometimes wala kang magagawa kung ayaw
makinig
ng other person. Yes? Like, all I can do is focus on what I can control, and that's myself.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna
exactly.
my part. If you do great, if not, I will be okay without you.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. But I don't know if you've seen that episode of mine when about sensitivity. When it's not good, when you feel that the people that's making you or dragging you down in your life is like choking. Yeah, the people are dragging you down in your life. Then just cut it off. Like, just you cannot control those people. Only you can control yourself. Sarili mo lang yung makokontrol mo. So whatever your emotions are, those are the only things that you can control. But you can't control them because they are their own people or their own person. And I'm totally with you on that.
That's where conflicts usually arise from trying so hard to control what you can, trying so hard to control what other people will think, what other people will do, what other people will say, when in fact that's out of control. So why are you
out of our
so hard
control? Exactly. Yeah. And I think for me it's also like been a learning curve then. Not everything is something that you can control. And wala if they don't want to be in your life, then they don't want to be in your life. And if you don't want them in your life, di wag. Diba? Parang,
No,
ba't
kasi,
kita pipilitin?
exactly. And when you, I don't know, maybe this is what they used to say. Wow, when I was younger, you know how adults always say, you'll understand when you're older. And I feel like this is one of those things. Now, when you're a bit older and you know yourself a bit better, you are willing to cut off things that no longer serve you. And that's okay.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
you don't have to reserve a seat on your table for every person in the world.
Exactly. So, para sa akin you only have to have like a handful of people in your life that you feel like you can be safe with or you can be your own person with. And for me, if those people that are dragging you down, wala silang but ano parang how do I say this? Okay, your heart is 100%. Now, would you really want your heart to be broken, a part of your heart to be broken by these people? When you can just have like 5 people or a handful of people in your life and they be the ones to those are the ones who show you love, who show you care. And I think it's really important that they be the ones to be the only ones in your life, right? And then just cut off those toxic people out of your life, no matter how close they are to you, no matter let's say they contributed a lot to who you are now before but then they changed or something changed or you changed, but if you feel like they're not, hindi naman siya user it's not being user it's being real. It's, you gotta love yourself, you know. You can't kasi ang baggage naman, you can just let go of that baggage. You can't drag that baggage all the way everywhere you go. Just cut it off because it's gonna drag you down. Baggage drags you down. So yeah, pero I understand din naman people who can't cut off that baggage easily. Diba? It takes time But then that's where what I said before goes, na parang you have to step out of that zone. You have to step out of that comfort zone in order to know yourself. Tama?
So, and I guess, yun nga, that's where your priorities come in. Because like I said, culture will always play a big part. And that's okay. It's just you have to weigh out your options and see which choice you are more willing to live with. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who's going to have to live with the consequences of whatever you do, right?
Exactly. Kasi parang, since it's your choice, it's also your choice whether you want to live your life being happy or you want to live your life dragging that heavy feeling on your chest.
And I mean, not to invalidate anyone else's experience, because it is totally valid. And I guess a lot of people, everyone has very different values, very different priorities, and self-awareness.
Different ways of dealing with their baggage.
Yes, and processing. Talaga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, anong makeup palette gamit mo, girl?
Anong makeup palette gamit ko? NARS! Well, it's tiny.
Ano ba yan? Is that your go-to makeup?
Yes, it is. Because it has the colors that I usually go for. Well, the bluest sometimes, but everything else is my everyday colors. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. NARS ba yan?
NARS? Yeah, NARS.
Question out of the topic. Mga Miss Universe question. You do your makeup backstage?
Yes.
Talaga? So you practice it, no?
Yeah. So ano siya? Well, technically, meron namang mga makeup artists. But obviously, self-awareness again. There's a certain type of makeup, and I'm sure you know this, that looks best on you and a certain type of makeup na feel mo, and that's what you always have to show. Siyempre, meron mga makeup artists na dahil sila yung expert, this is what I feel like will be best for you. But at the end of the day, kahit na sobrang ganda and sobrang uso ng makeup na ilalagay nila sa'yo, kung hindi ka naman sa makeup na napunta sa'yo, then it's gonna be hard for you to perform on stage. So, especially when you compete internationally, kailangan alam mo yung exact makeup na nagagana sa'yo at saka nakapag-practice na kayo.
Practice nga eh. So, meaning, pero may mga makeup artist pa rin sa backstage?
Meron. For sure meron. Hair and makeup pa rin backstage. Pero, yun, kailangan, kasi, kunwari, you go to a different country, and I think this happened to me in Guatemala. Their style of makeup is very, very different, and so hindi siya pang Asian-looking people.
Sa Guatemala to? Wait, sorry. So you don't have your own makeup artist with you? You get their makeup artist?
If it's international, technically you can fly your own makeup artist if you want to. But syempre, you have to pay for everything. For hotel, for flight, for food.
Hindi yan binabayaran ng Miss Universe organization?
Yung sarili-sarili niyong makeup? Hindi
talaga?
Yeah. So, kailangan...
Akala ko, ano yan?
May bayad ng organization, pero it's for everyone. Meaning, sponsor nila yon. Kunwari, ang sponsor nila si NARS or whatever makeup brand, right? So, sila mismo, 20 na makeup artists, go. Tapos, jumble kayo, okay. Swerte mo na lang kung magaling yung napunta sa'yo or align kayo nung nakuha mo.
Nung makeup artist.
Kailangan marunong ka talaga. Or else, bakit ba labas yung notification? How to mute? Okay. Pero, so isang person lang. So, how do I mute the whole thing, guys? Baka dyan.
Sabihin mo, wag mag-istorbo, Char.
Right. Messenger. About. Okay, last time. Sige, never mind. Sana na lang walang mag-message. Ikaw, where did you start learning to do makeup?
High school. Kasi parang, hindi ko gusto yung mga nagme-makeup sa akin. So I was like, I want to do my own makeup. And I've really been in love with makeup talaga. Ever since I was in high school. Or ever since I was, parang I can't really say ever since I was young. But mga high school, ganon. And then, I remember, the first tutorial that I looked up was how to do smoky eyes.
Love it.
Oo, that was the first. Pero, wala pa talaga sa YouTube nung time na yon. Hindi pa uso ang YouTube no? So, I was like, I really had a hard time and I had to figure it out on my own. And then, parang, later on na, syempre, wala pa akong budget for makeup, diba? So, syempre, ano lang tayo, mga, tawag dito, mga drugstore makeup lang tayo, which is still good ha. I really like drugstore makeup kasi diyan ako nag-umpisa eh. And I'd say I have an eye for recreating looks. So yun. That's how I started. Theater makeup. Kasi nagsa-theater.
Oh, wow. Nagsa-theater ka ba?
Yes!
Wow!
Okay, so I think people will know now where I went to school. Okay, so I went to school at Assumption, Iloilo. Okay. Proud Assumptionista. Okay. Pero yeah, Assumption was really like, it was my place. Pero I was a totally different person. Ito I really tell you, I think, pasok din dito yung self-awareness because I am aware that I was a totally different person talaga dati. Like, if you know me, you know who I was before. I'm pretty sure we're not gonna be friends.
Oh my gosh.
I was such a bee, you know?
Wow, ako opposite. I was super
Talaga.
shy in high school. Super, super shy. Like, I don't volunteer myself to make friends. I'm always quiet. I don't even go out with people. Like,
So how
I'm
did
always,
you overcome that?
um, self-awareness, lahat na lang.
Huh?
Wala,
Sorry? What?
self-awareness, lahat na lang.
Which is, I
Um,
think, good din. Kasi parang we get to tackle na everything is really self-awareness.
and it's true. Kasi there's so many versions of you that you have to uncover in this lifetime. And
Yes, true.
you have to be brave enough to acknowledge that and be at peace with the different versions of you that you will discover. Because
Exactly.
every you that you find is valid and will be an integral part of your growth.
True. Kasi if I weren't like that, I wouldn't realize how much I don't like that person. And I wouldn't realize that I need to change. Kasi I wouldn't even want to know me if I was still like that before. If I get to know myself, if I get to know who I was before now, if I meet that person, I wouldn't want her to be part of my life. So, yung mga self-realizations na to just come with time and experience. And yun nga for me hardships are also important because it makes you who you are. It makes you realize things na tawag dito. Yeah, it makes you realize things.
Yeah,
Kasi naman kung I look. Sorry, ano yan?
Moments na hindi ka sure kung ano gagawin mo or moments that really test you.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually make or break you. It reveals who you really are. And I love that. I love that putting yourself in a situation that you're uncomfortable with allows you to see what kind of person you will become out of it. Versus,
Exactly.
this is who I am and this is all I could do. And I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful to keep getting to know yourself and keep seeing how you evolve through time.
Yeah.
And things that you loved before don't make sense to you anymore or the other way around. Alam mo yun.
But I think part of being self-aware as well is to know if you need help.
Oo naman.
I really want to share that to everyone that if you feel like you need help, go lang. Kasi it's really important to talk to a professional or a professional kasi iba rin naman yung maibibigay nila sa'yo na advice rather than just your friends. Kasi yung iba, even if they're your friends, syempre, parang kung ano lang yung experience nila, yun lang yung masashare nila. Hindi naman lahat ng bagay alam nila eh. And you can't also expect them to answer all your questions.
Agree. And, what I learned recently is that there's actually some sort of danger. I want to say some sort only because it's not like life or death danger pa naman. But when you only turn to your friends for matters that you should be seeking professional help from, because your family and your friends actually have a bias when it comes to giving you advice because they love you
Exactly.
and they believe of you, which is good, which is why you're friends and family members with them. But when you hold on to a certain version of yourself, you also stop growth. You also stop yourself from evolving, which is where a professional would be better suited for them to tell you don't want to hear. Sometimes you need to tell you the things that you're uncomfortable with because it's new to you. So how else would you identify those points for growth if you don't allow yourself to see it?
Exactly. Kasi yun na nga it's also out of your comfort zone kasi you've been asking advice from people na who's close to you or safe, ganon. Actually, okay. Um, to hello everyone. Do you do you have any questions? So actually, if you have questions for Z or for me, just comment it down below. Yun lang.
Yeah. Kwento, questions, reactions, anything under the sun, guys. We would love to hear them.
Okay. So wala pa masyado. It's fine. Anyway, ano pa ba? Ang hirap ng eye look na to in fairness.
Sabi ko sa'yo, kaya doon ako sa muscle memory ko, bala ka dyan.
Hindi, actually, pinraktisan ko na po ito.
Ayun, yun po hindi ko mag-mute. Pangalan po niya, Hunter.
Siya ba yung bagong mong aso?
So, I'm not... No, that's Rocky.
Is Rocky
Si
there?
Rocky hindi pa naman masyado mabark, thank goodness. But, yes, I will show you Rocky later. Where's Rocky? Downstairs, nagpe-play later na. Pagtapos na yung...
yung screen mo, it's just a portrait. So, hindi siya nakikita yung sa gilid mo.
What can you see? Just my face?
Just until here. And then, like, here. Ganyan.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what they see. Kasi para, side by side tayo.
Okay. Akala ko ako ba yun? Oh, here's Rocky.
So if you have to show Rocky in front of you.
Yes, got it.
So that everyone can see.
So here is the cutest baby. Hi! Everyone, this is Rocky.
Hi, Rocky. Oh my God, ang cute.
You're so cute. Hi. Guys, look naman how cute this baby boy is. Oh my gosh, he's so kulit. Yes. Ito ba? Okay, go.
Grabe, baby talaga yan, no?
Sobrang infant. Hi. Okay, wait. Rar. Okay, go down. Have fun. Yeah.
How many lives have you had na? Ang pressure ng live,
Ako, quite a few. I mean, because if I'm not speaking, I'm also hosting. So, especially during when the pandemic hit, talagang nag-up lahat ng digital events, live.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I don't know anymore.
Like what we're doing now.
Yes.
Ay, ano ba
Yeah.
yan? Oh my God.
Here's my latest discovery. BLK Cosmetics. Late lang ba ako?
Ano ba to?
Yeah.
Ang tawag dito. Sponsorship ba to?
Sponsored talaga, pero
Sponsorship ba to?
no.
Bawal ba sabihin?
Ay, alin?
Sponsorship ba si BLK?
Oh, no.
Ay, wow. Love na love mo si BLK,
Si Solen lang.
Si Solen. Oo, I love ko rin si Solen.
So, sobrang cheap lang niya, and then it's, I like the quality.
Hindi ako nakabili niyan, pero maganda talaga. Promise. Promise, ha?
Oh, I swear.
Tsaka ang ganda pa ng packaging. Kasi painting niya ni Solen, di ba?
Baka nga.
Uy, hindi. Painting niya yan. Alam ko, girl. Pina-follow ko siya.
Okay, this is it. My final look. O, diba? Mag-review naman ng patients, guys.
Ang cute mo naman.
No, right? Notifications
Pero,
forever.
like, right now, with your current relationship, happy ka naman.
Happy
And you think that you're self-aware naman.
Yeah, I mean, I literally stayed single for 5 years almost. Like,
Wow.
Yeah, like of course I would go out on dates and whatnot, pero like relationship after that long relationship and before my current one, 5 years I was single. And I chose to be like that only because I didn't want to be with someone na hindi pa ako 100% sure
That's
with
true.
what I wanted to do. Parang feeling ko kasi why waste someone else's life or someone else's time only because you're not sure of yours. Diba? Parang bakit pa ako
I know.
magdadamay na.
That's true.
Kaya I also get a bit sad, like, yun nga, for people who always need to be in a relationship, kahit na ayaw naman talaga nila to be with that person, or they don't see anything moving forward. It's just they have to be with someone. Parang
Because they don't have a choice. Parang
yeah, so
ganon.
like, it's that person's life, man. Ano be? Let
Pero
them,
ano, you know when you're in that stage, you get stuck and you don't know what to do anymore. Parang, there's also a fear kasi of starting over.
yeah, I guess, but yeah. I mean, I would say that that's where you should have known yourself na you have to be able to start over, or you have to know how to start over, or how you prefer to.
Wait, pero ang hirap mag-start over ah. Maybe that's why also some people are hesitant about it.
It's scary, ha? And there will be days, syempre post-breakup, na parang, oh my gosh, did I do the right thing? Or, this is so uncomfortable, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Dab.
Did I just lose that person forever? And you realize that, I don't know if you believe in by may wet wipes pa ako, sorry naman.
Okay. Game lang yan.
The universe or the vibrations around us.
Oy, I believe in that. I believe in that.
Oh, yeah. Our friend. Very energy centric, And so I've learned to let go of the things that just make me worry and follow the stream of life. If you're going against the current, you're fighting for your life. But why do you have to put yourself through that when what is for you is already on its way? The moment you start accepting that, you bring things into fruition. You start manifesting better things for yourself. And that's the kind of mindset that I learned after that breakup. Na parang, you know what? I'm not gonna force anything. I'm not gonna beg for anything. I'm not gonna chase anything. If it comes, it leaves. It is what it is. And
oo, tama. Ganyan din ako after breakup na parang anything goes lang talaga. If it's something that I cannot control, then I just let it go.
Exactly. Because why? Why suffer, diba?
Pero it's also hard sometimes to let go. Ako honestly, parang it's also recently that I would tell people to seek help, that it's important because I myself am seeking help for my own issues, and it's at first it would be difficult because you don't want anyone to tell you otherwise, or you don't want anyone to tell you that there's something wrong with you. But then once you hear it from a specialist of what you really have, kasi minsan yung self-awareness mo, you're also doubting yourself na if you're aware of yourself, but sometimes you're doubting if whether or not what you're thinking of yourself is valid or not. Parang may certain hesitation, kumbaga. And so seeking help was also a comfort na, oh, okay, so this is the technicalities of what's happening with me. Parang ganun.
Yeah. And like I would always say that, I know that we've been speaking about mental health and how we're all fighting to end stigma. I get that, but also in a very conservative country, it's so hard to admit that you need professional help only because people treat it right away with very dire problems, or you're crazy, or you're or it's depression right away. I mean, these are actually things you're not supposed to be saying loosely.
Out loud, yeah, exactly.
Or, when you seek professional help, it doesn't just mean that. It could be you're just looking for a second opinion, or sounding, or someone to
help you out. Yeah.
And
yun talaga yun help you out
same way na kunwari ikaw sa business.
Oo.
Siyempre naman, kunwari ang business mo, may problem. Sure, you're gonna go to your family and friends, but whose opinion would you trust more? A person who's been through that.
Through that business, exactly.
And may expertise siya.
Oo. Tama. Uy, tama. Tamang example yan. Na, if we're seeking help from businessmen or for business-related questions, why can't we seek help for our own mental health? For the better, for us to be better.
Kasi like would you go to some random doctor when you need a surgery? Siyempre, dun ka sa
Exactly.
specialist. So it's the same with mental.
Would you go to your friends if you want surgery?
Or if you're about to give birth, Mari, halika na. Ano ba?
Pero tama, would you go to your friends if you... Pero yeah, if you have a problem talaga, just go to a specialist. There's nothing wrong with seeking help. There's nothing wrong with crying. There's nothing wrong with expressing your emotions. It's totally fine. It's totally healthy. And for me, I would recommend you cry. You cry it out rather than, just keeping it all in.
Because it's not healthy.
It is not healthy.
And it doesn't help anyone. That's why when they say that, you're being selfish, why you're thinking of yourself, I don't agree. Because the better you take care of yourself,
exactly,
the better you show up for other people.
Yun na nga eh, diba? Like, the last topic I've had was for self-love.
Yeah.
Ganun talaga. Parang, girl, love yourself. Know how to love yourself. Parang, love yourself as long as you don't hurt anyone else. Go!
Kahit na gusto mag-sink in the shower ng 5 hours, go sit.
Mahirap naman ito. Ay nako, gusto ko rin ng extension na yan. Kaso di ba parang pag may extension ka, hindi ka pwedeng mag-eyelash. Mag-falsies. Tsaka mascara.
Hindi siya highly encouraged, pero technically pwede naman. You just have to be extra careful with it kasi syempre dalawang patong. Or get 5D.
Sorry?
Meron silang 5D na para talagang naka-full lashes.
Oh my God, hindi ko naman kailangan yun.
Yun na nga. Especially kung everyday lang naman.
Pero kasi, I have to make reviews then of like falsies. Well, have I ever made a review about falsies? Parang wala pa naman. Pero, parang trip ko lang kasi mag-glow up or glam ng bonggang-bongga minsan. Yung mga HD na falsies na yan.
Yeah, ako when I was competing, I would have extensions, tapos magpa-falsies pa.
Oh my God. Seryoso. Kamusta naman yung lashes mo?
Diba? Yun, mabigat. Yung feeling mo, ganda na yung mata mo, tapos yung nakikita mo blurred na.
Pero sa Miss Tourism Worldwide, what was your advocacy there?
Self-awareness din. That's how much of a believer I am. From Miss World to Miss Tourism, also startup, everything begins with self-awareness. Begins and ends with self-awareness.
Ay, nag-Miss World ka rin, di ba?
Yeah. So, ayan.
Beauty
so
queen
this
talaga.
Day pa to.
Ano na? Sorry.
My daytime makeup look. Yan na siya.
Asan yung nighttime? Gusto ko sana yung nighttime eh.
So, the-darken lang.
Sure. Actually, mag-highlight na lang din naman ako and then lipstick. Lipstick! Ano lipstick mo?
Lipstick gagamitin ko. Ooh, ito. Chanel's.
Wow! Chanel! Yan, wala akong yan. Ang dami kong makeup dito pero wala akong Chanel.
So, ninakaw ko lang to sa mom ko.
Okay, so highlighter ko, Becca. Ganda ni girl.
Revlon. Sorry naman. Pero Revlon is nice.
Ano ba
I like
yan?
their- Diba? I love it.
Ay, plug ko na rin. Wow, plug! Di ba may ano ka? Magkaka-Revlon talk.
Yes, actually, so Donita, Victoria, I'm back. Testing naman
Oh my God, they're gonna know my name.
No, I'm so sorry. Ang hirap. I'm practicing, guys. I'm also practicing. Ano ba?
Grabe. Ano, si Victoria to ngayon, yung kausap mo. Yung isa, tulog pa. Hindi yun si Victoria.
Kaya pa po siya.
Oo, tulog pa po siya. Oh, tapos.
Yun. Conversations over coffee tayo doon. Siyempre with Revlon.
Char. Oh, yan ha. May next po kaming talk ni Zia. With Revlon naman po ito. Yan.
Challenge natin si Victoria. To go back to her roots. Ganon.
Ay, pero yung mga nag-stick out dito sa, I mean, for those who stuck out with us throughout this whole makeup mustahan, may gift po ako. Char! May gift! Okay. Meron po akong giveaway. Hindi naman po siya kalakihan, pero maganda po siya. Kasi meron din ako niyan. Okay, wait lang. Announce ko na lang mamaya pag natapos na ako ng lipstick ko.
Sige. Ano pa? Try ko nga. Alam mo, sponsored post, na-discover ko this Pond's antibacterial mist na paubos na. Every time I wet my brush to do some fine lining techniques, ganyan, ito yung ginagamit ko so that it's not just wet, it's also clean. And
ano yung ginagawa mo? Sorry.
Ito siya. So, this is Pond's lang to ha. Antibacterial spray ng Pond's.
Paano?
And I wet. Tapos ginagawa ko siyang makeup tips after. Tapos I realized that tumatagal yung makeup ko with. So,
para siyang setting spray.
Hindi talaga yun yung purpose niya, pero na-discover ko na pwede siyang maging gano'n.
Talaga? Matry nga. Kasi parang hindi na ako nagsa-setting spray ngayon eh. I think I should again.
And it's not, you know how some setting sprays won't have brands, but you know how some setting sprays, para kapag naka-setting spray sa face mo na nafe-feel mo yung flow niya. Oo.
Parang feeling mo may, ang tawag nun? Yung sa buhok. Ano nga yung sa buhok?
Spray.
Setting spray, di ba? Tama ba?
Ito ka.
Hairspray. Parang feeling mo may hairspray ka sa mukha mo. Ganon.
Yeah. So ito, thankfully, hindi naman. Na-excite niya ako. So, sinabi ko sa PR nila, kung galing nyo guys.
Pinadalhan ka ng Ponds?
Oo, kasi nga, kinuwento ko sa PR nila na, ay, alam niyo ba, may use pa pala ito.
Char! Ma-PR nga.
Yes, go sis.
Anong magandang shade? Okay, sa mga online dyan, sa mga nanonood, ano sa tingin nyo?
Voting.
Ano kaya? Kaya ko lang masyadong Okay, ito po, ang behind the scenes. Ito po nangyayari sa akin pag nagma-makeup therapy po ako or nag-tutorial. Medyo matagal-tagal po ang choosing natin ng lipstick. Kasi,
important po yan.
Ang hirap po ng color wheel. My God, hindi ko alam. Yung isa na lang siguro. Ito po ay
So ano yan, magdudugtong siya dun sa original na stream?
Hindi. This is gonna be like a new stream. So I just, I'm just here to like
say goodbye.
Yeah, say goodbye. Oh my God. So hello everyone again. I'm so sorry. Shucks. Hindi ko kasi makita kung... Okay, I'm gonna check this out.
Okay.
I'm gonna check out... Asan na ba yung page ko? Char.
Titignan ko rin sa phone ko. Kung anong kaganapan sa page mo.
Ayan, may live pa rin po. Okay. So,
Ayan, nakakaya ko pala naman.
yeah. I can't. You know, guys, you just have to comment down below your name. I am gonna give out this one. This is ColourPop. What's this? Okay, I can't see you. Wait lang. Yeah, so this one, this is from ColourPop. It's my pleasure. So y'all know, my favorite color is purple. So ayan siya. Ayan po siya. It's really pretty. Nakikita mo ba?
Yes. Ganda. We love it. Good job, guys. And it's comment section.
Oo, kasi medyo nawala na ata yung mga tao. Asan ba dito? Oh, mag-comment lang kayo. First comment, sa'yo na yan.
Wow!
Oh. Ayan. Wala pa nagko-comment eh. So, edi wala pa. Well, but anyway, what are your ending summary, kumbaga?
Ending summary is this life is too short to be living with a version of yourself that you are not completely at peace with. And so take time to get to know who you are and what you want to become, and just embrace every season of life.
Ano yan? Wait lang. Praktisado ba yan?
Yeah.
Girl. Grabe. Wait. No, I love it. I love it.
Right.
I really love it. Thank you so much. So, thank you talaga, Z. So, Z has been also helping me out with Viktoria, and I really appreciate her and everything that she does. She's also in social marketing, which is... may ganon. So, she also helps you out with everything. She can help you out with if you have your business and if you want to grow it, then she's definitely here to help you out. So you can message her anytime if you have from the social startup. Take note, you're messaging a beauty queen, huh?
Yeah, sure.
You're, a beauty queen is helping you out. Plus na yon. Okay, so tingnan natin. May nag-comment na ba?
Paano ba?
Okay.
Ako mag-comment.
Hindi, meron nag-comment. Meron nag-comment from YouTube. So, she is Milens. Hi, Milens. So, this is yours. This palette is yours. Just message me in Instagram. If you know my Instagram handle, it's truly_Viktoria. So, just message me there. And, yeah, I'll send it to you. ASAP, char. Ay, tinatanong niya kung may YouTube channel ka daw.
Ayun.
Meron ba?
I do, but so wala pa. Instagram.
Instagram. So, you can check her out in her Instagram. Ano yan? Ano yung Instagram mo, Z? Zara Carbonell, diba? Or the social startup. What do you want to be? Both. Follow her na lang on both of her accounts. The socialstartup.co. And the other one is Zara Carbonell. So, yeah. That's it. Wait lang. Check ko muna yung ano niya. Kung nag-message pa siya ulit.
Dapat may group picture tayo. Group
picture? Okay. Ay, nag-comment ka. Gusto mo ng palette na to?
Testing na.
Both beautiful and gorgeous. Thank you, Jethro. Okay. So, okay, let's end this talk with a screenshot. Okay, wait lang. Mag-screenshot. Lakihan nga kita. Wait lang. Hindi ko alam. Ayan, girl. Okay. Okay. So, ayan. Screenshot. Back gunner. Yeah, joke lang. Wait, paano ba to? Okay, mag-screenshot lang ako. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ay. Okay, wait lang. One more. Mga anong tawag doon? Beauty shots. Money shots. Money.
1, 2, 3. Wow.
Okay, game. Okay, thank you everyone. So, who is, sorry. Ano nga pangalan? Okay. Milen's just, yeah, so just message me on Truly Victoria on Instagram and let's chat there. Okay. So thank you to everyone who joined us in this talk. Pretty much that's it. Okay. I won't take too much of your time. And yun lang. I love you, Z, and thank you so much for joining me in my first ever, oh my god, first ever hassle live. I hope I improve on my next live video. Yun lang. Okay, thank you so much. What?
Go, good job.
Oh my god, stress. Ito talaga, this is what's holding me back with live kasi ang daming technicalities. Super daming technicalities and okay. Well, anyway, thank you, Z. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. That's it. Bye, guys. Bye.